I was going hard to everything Eminem. I he's super sick. I don't need to explain to everybody.
When I heard Renegade, when he did Renegade, and everyone was like, he smoked Hove on his own shit. I'm like, well, as he should.
Right?
It's a feature. It's what you do when you feature on some of that shit.
You better come with the. I hope you're better than me.
But Hove, like, he killed that fucking verse. I always think about that verse. He did like a freestyle when back at Rap Ticket the Basement too.
Yep.
He said some shit about hopping out of a plane and giving like the what's her fucking name in New York, the Statue of Liberty, a high five and doing crazy. I was like, this nigga just raps anything and makes it hot. Like, he don't give a shit.
Oh, dude. And then I thought I knew everything I knew about Eminem, and then whenever like around like 2013, 14, I got put onto the Infinite album that he put out, the one that put Dre on him, and I was like, oh shit. I wish this was what he was doing now, because I was just like, man, he is spitting crazy shit. He had that Slim Shady kind of in it, but he was just spitting bars. He was hungry, trying to make it, and it was dope shit. I loved that shit.
I like him a lot because he's always trying to test himself. Like, he's always giving himself a bar to hurdle. A lot of rappers don't. They're like, they cool, they can coast, they can surf off of who they are. But M's like, okay, what haven't I done? All right, let's try that. You know what I mean? I think that's really commendable. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give him that one super.
After the Relapse, I think it was, and he put a couple of Recovery out, and then his last couple albums, I've just been like, kind of like, Eminem is my boy, but I've fallen out of love and listening to what he's been coming up with, but that doesn't, like I said, it doesn't sway from putting him.
He's good when antagonized.
Oh yeah, he's fire. I mean, Machine Gun Kelly got destroyed. Everybody,
like, anytime he says something, he's like, I'm coming back. I don't give a shit what you have to say.
No, he's a GOAT. Yeah, he's one of the GOATs.
All right, well, for sure. Eminem number 2. All right, so recap for the people. I'm gonna put all that shit in here. Right? You're gonna this thing just edit on.
He's like, man, stop fucking with my program.
Method Man number 5, Nelly number 4. We got Ludacris number 3. Number 2 is Eminem. And number 1.
Number 1 has been an undefeated number 1 on my list ever. Ask anybody. Undefeated.
That says a lot.
My favorite rapper, artist, person of all time is definitely Ice Cube. Ice Cube is my number 1. Has been, will be, always.
I just didn't expect that. I just number 1 over everyone. Ice Cube. You know what's funny? People say me and my dad look like Ice Cube, and I was like, that's fucked up.
I can see a little O'Shea in you.
O'Shea's fat.
Oh man!
No, just wait. Don't. That's why I won't take no O'Shea in that shit, because he's light skinned. That's what y'all trying to say.
Well, would you talk about junior or senior? Because Ice Cube was a stud. Shit. He was a Mac. He had the Jerry curl going.
My dad had a curl too growing up. It was crazy. I think then they thought he was Ice Cube.
Hey,
Ice Cube.
Yeah, top of the list, man.
Yeah, he's. I want to say out of all the list, and this is going to probably sound blasphemous, I will say he's most influential. And I don't know why people won't let me say this. It's like, without him, you wouldn't have had anybody else on that list. You couldn't have had. It wouldn't have worked out the same way.
Right? Oh,
NWA influenced everybody.
Yep.
And he wrote. And if it wasn't for, and you think about, okay, cool, but everyone loves Eazy-E, right? Like, if it wasn't for Cube, Eazy had nothing to say.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So again, you just have so many.
Dre wouldn't have nothing to say. Yellow wouldn't have nothing to say.
He was actually just such the I want to say the writer of the group, and like the, you know what I mean, and I want to say before Dre was the heart, like he's the producer, but if it wasn't for Cube, bro, they wouldn't have had no squad.
No, and there was a lot of things that while he was my favorite, Straight Outta Compton came out, and I learned a lot of things I didn't even know, and he was already my favorite. So now as I'm learning some of the things as that movie unfolds and stuff like that, I'm just like, damn, it solidified his, like, just for sure my number 1, man. All his old shit, man. All the NWA shit. I love his delivery, his energy.
That's what's up, bro.
Man. All his solo shit.
Classics. I'm thinking
$100 bill, y'all.
Player Club era.
Oh,
that era, he had like probably 5 or 6 songs on they were just like nonstop. They just wouldn't even go. The fucking radio wouldn't go off.
Yep.
I remember that shit too. That's crazy. Yeah,
and then,
man.
To tie into everything else, he's just my favorite person because he was acting, he was writing movies, he was Friday. What?
He gave us Friday. He gave us next Friday.
And Friday after next.
And then he gave us and then there's a I don't give a fuck if he never gives it to me. If it's a myth that they all just make another Friday together, I will take that.
I don't know how they can't do that before this generation, our generation.
Before Chris stops trying to be funny.
Yeah, and before we all start to get old and fucking, I don't know, man. They're getting older. They're going to have to, I hope so. Please.
Chris Tucker had me dying. He's like, Ice, he's like, Cube ain't paid me for the first one. I started dying. I was like, damn. I was like, I wouldn't go back neither. Nah.
Hey, man.
But all right, for number one, Ice motherfucking Cube.
Yeah.
Give him his bounce to that. Bounce to that. All right. Cool. You know what? There's so many people right now at home jumping on their couches. Like, I agree with my man INDKA right now. And there's other people in their cellars decapitating old dogs because they're like,
everything.
This nigga's a liar.
Calling me a stan for putting Eminem on there.
Can't believe you even said any of that shit. But we love them anyway. So let's meet them in halfway in the middle.
Okay.
Who do you think? And we can make this list as long as you want to, but I really try to keep it around 5 too. Who do you think is the Mount Rushmore of hip hop music, in your opinion?
Okay.
Last question, bro. Last motherfucker. You gotta really put the gears on it.
All right. So when I think of a Mount Rushmore, like what goes into being up on the Mount Rushmore, like you got to have the general, like when they talk about basketball, who's on the Mount Rushmore, you're talking about everyone that has all around game, leadership, influence on the game, impression on the game.
These are your criteria.
Yeah, these are my criteria.
And then again, because the Mount Rushmore criteria would be, because you have to incorporate stuff that wouldn't, like sales, shit like we don't want to.
Correct.
So again, it's like all that shit too.
Yeah.
So
what I'm going to look for is, I'm going to base this off of influence in the game.
Most influential.
Mount Rushmore, influential. Yep.
I'm with it. Let's do it.
All right. If we're gonna go, this is gonna be like a combo answer. It has to be like Tupac and Biggie, obviously, are on the Mount Rushmore.
Of course.
But if we only got 4 spots,
we're gonna put Biggie on this side and we're gonna put Tupac on this side. Just give them a little space.
Just for obvious reasons, the godfathers of this game. I know we got the ones before them: Rakim, KRS-One.
There's only 4 faces in the Mount Rushmore.
Right? There's only 4.
Then we're doing 4. Then we're doing Biggie, Tupac. Damn.
Gotta put it there. How could you say it without
those two niggas? Like, damn.
I think this fool
just looking like I don't even know if I wanted to be in between these two
niggas.
Just
right?
Looking me, bro, like, we started this, nigga.
I don't know if Mount Rushmore faces east, west, north, or south, or whatever, but we got to put them on appropriate sides.
Bro, it don't even matter. You know what? I think them just being up there amongst other people would be an issue. Who is these niggas?
Yep.
But no, okay, so who's the other 2?
Okay, so I have to just go with the one that I know I'm going to say because I got to think about the other one. But this one might be definitely in my lifetime, the GOAT is Lil Weezy, baby. Lil Weezy F, baby. Come on.
Little motherfucker, wait! Little motherfucker, wait!
It has to be.
This nigga's in everyone's Mount Rushmore.
He has to be.
Bro, everyone's Lil Wayne. I'm like, bro. And you know what's funny? He'd be out there looking at Tupac and looking at Biggie and be like, I'll out-rap both y'all niggas. That's how he'd be like, I'll just out-rap both y'all niggas real quick. I know you think you dope, but I'll out-rap you. Like, that's why I think he's the GOAT.
Dude, he's the greatest rapper alive at that time. He really was.
He catchphrased that, and now everyone wants to use it, but I'm like, he made it happen.
I definitely think there's more lyrical people out there. There's more,
See, there's more lyrical people, but I don't think there's a more clever rapper, bro.
No, his punchlines are
the most. He says
ridiculous.
Stuff that makes you go, like, he's the dad joke of rappers. He just says the shit like, why the fuck did not put that together?
Yep.
Why the fuck did not put? What goes around comes around like a hula hoop.
When you make 10,000 songs in a year, you just gotta spit out whatever the fuck. Everything he says is dope. He did, man. Definitely Mount Rushmore. Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Lil Wayne. Little motherfucking.
That's generational too, because like when I was in high school and coming out of high school, you know what I mean, and even before I was in high school,
26 years of just nonstop
rap,
rap,
all that shit, bling bling. Like,
shout out Manny Fresh. I always got to throw out producers whenever.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
That whole shit. I listened to a lot of that too. That could have, of course. My whole 5 could have been mixed up, but he is on the Mount Rushmore for sure.
Okay, so Biggie, Space, Lil Weezy, Tupac. That's my nigga right there. All right, so this motherfucking last spot is heavy,
this is just
bro.
impossible. I know
it is heavy. You really got to shove someone in there.
I can't.
Are you gonna be sexist? Are you gonna be feminine? Are you gonna be an old head and bring in an old?
That's
you gonna
the
be
thing.
a new breeze?
Because I'm not an old enough head to like, because obviously people will look at this that may be a little older than me or even my same age and be like, oh, you gotta have a KRS-One, you gotta have a Rakim, you gotta have a LL Cool J or something like that.
Yeah,
that's just there. Everything in the timeline wouldn't be where it is if maybe none of them were here and existed.
True.
So I can't discount that.
But I'm gonna give an honorable mention so you don't have to say it. You ready?
Okay.
Make it easy for you.
Let's do it.
The reason why none of those people, mind you, they are help landscape hip hop music, and I agree. Like KRS-One is one of my favorite lyricists ever, still to this day, because he was not rapping; he was literally just teaching you shit. So I will say that I agree with you. But when you think about, and we're talking about like sales and all this shit, right? When you think about sales, run, and influence, and the one we graze over is run. The run. You gave Lil Wayne love because he's 26 years in the game, nigga, never's not been hot. In the comparison of the LL Cool J's, the KRS-Ones, the Slick Rick, people who have been out just as long as him and still been as relevant till this day. Snoop Dogg.
Oh yes. Yes.
Doggy Style is one of the first rap albums I've ever heard in my life. Really? I love Tupac and Biggie, but I never even heard their albums before I heard Doggy Style, bro. He changed the way people released music. Him and Dre.
No, absolutely. The only reason I would say he wouldn't be on my route much more is just because I felt like there were I guess just my preference and style.
Yeah, it's perfect, 'cause I'm like,
motherfuckers can rip it.
Dogg.
Yeah,
like
but Snoop Dogg is iconic. Like I said, the timeline wouldn't be what it is without him in it where he was. So, that.
This last spot.
This is. Last motherfuckers. I'm about to put myself in a fucking position here.
He don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. I guess up there, man, we might have to put.
Don't you fucking say Hove. Don't you fucking say Hove.
I was not.
Don't you fucking say Hove.
It's quite the contrary. Contrary, however you say that shit. But I think you got to put my man in there, the NAS, the Nas. I think the Nas has to be up there, man. I think the Nas has to be up there. And Nas isn't even one of my, per se, favorite rappers. But you got to give people their flowers where they're due, and that's just I think it's unmistakable. If I could listen to a discography of him and Hove, which will happen on random playlists, we're listening to time. I like Nas shit. Hove has certain albums, like the Black Album will forever be in my heart, because that's like the really only Jay-Z album I ever bought. I was young. I was just like, whatever.
I bought
this is popular. I liked it. It had Dirt Off Your Shoulders. Fucking. That's when him and Kanye started working together. So like,
no, he started with Kanye on the Blueprint.
Probably, yeah.
He perfected Kanye on the Black Album.
But I think Nas just deserves a spot up there. The Mecca.
I'm looking at it, and I don't think anyone would. Oh man, I think a lot of people, like average people, would disagree. But I don't think any of the rappers, anyone in that league, would ever disagree with what you said. I think they'd be like, no, Nas is definitely my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? Or like I feel like Method Man would say Nas is my favorite rapper, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. I agree with that. Fuck, man, that's crazy. Recap, Biggie, Bing, Tupac, Bing, Weezy, Bing, and motherfucking Nasty Nas.
Oh, that's a crazy Mount Rushmore.
Bro, I'm letting you know right now, that song would be lava, bro.
A feature of all four of them,
bro. They were just like a fucking 16 to each person, and like just the fireest beat, bro. You'd be like, what is happening in my life right now?
The fucked up thing about it is, though, hip hop deserves like a 10 spot Mount Rushmore because
of how
it is an era thing,
and it feels like a team thing. As much as people are individuals, like hip hop feels like a football team itself versus other. You know what I mean? I don't know why.
Like as far as what? What do you?
Okay, so we have there's other genres of music, right?
Yeah.
And people try to. I can't have certain genres compete with each other. They're just uncomparable. You know what I mean? Or incomparable, excuse me. But with that, I just feel like even though Luda may never work with Juicy J, and
Right.
Juicy J may never work with Drake again. You know what I mean? You have these combos. I feel like they're all a team. Even when the beefs, even when you have like this Ja Rule 50 Cent beef, that's still like the quarterback not fucking with this receiver. Like, I ain't throwing to you no more, money. Like, it just gets me like even though we're all individuals, I feel like it still helps move hip hop itself.
No, for sure.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no.
Or a pirate ship. Like, nigga, we all pirates, nigga, but we all got a job to do on this.
Like, we might beef with each other right now and shit, but whatever. It's for the betterment.
It's for the betterment of our music.
I am
culture.
trying to destroy you.
Yeah,
and you're a bitch.
I'll make sure you never come back to this motherfucking genre again.
But let's make some money doing it.
You know what I mean? But nigga, that shit you spit, like, that's how we are. Like, we love that. You could literally be like, again, like basketball. You could be playing with somebody and being against them, and they hit a cold ass and dunk on you. You be like, nigga, that shit was real. Like, he could be losing,
right?
You know what I mean? So that's how I feel hip hop.
So, but if by those dunks making it on SportsCenter and shit, even though you got dunked on, it's making people tune into the games, making people watch.
Yeah,
it's
and
pushing
for the next time
forward.
you do it, do some shit like. So yeah, I agree. Goddamn people, this was motherfucking INDKA. I knew it was gonna be good. You got comfy after a while, huh?
Yo,
I told you at first. You were
having fun.
You were like, damn, bro.
Get
a little comfy. That's it, bro. That's the whole interview.
This is dope.
That's
this is dope.
Interview.
I've had a fucking.
All right, well, tell the people next time they'll see you or some outlasting words if you want to say anything. But and you know what I mean. Last little bit from INDKA, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out Hundo for having me in the spot, man. The aesthetic in here is dope. Shout out to the podcast. Tune in, man. This shit is. I had a really good time. We're sipping beers. We're having a conversation with the homies. Like you said, you know, I'm INDKA. You can find me anywhere you listen to any of your shit.
Instagram? What's your Instagram? What's your handle?
Instagram, INDKA Music. It's spelled a little unconventional. It's INDKA. You know, I switched it up over the years for various reasons.
Way harder.
INDKA Music on Instagram, INDKAmusic.com for the website. You can find all content on there.
And I'm gonna I'll put a post right here. You'll see like his latest discography. I know you and
the real Ulysses.
Yeah, you and Ulysses just knocked something out.
Yeah,
the whole album is absolutely a movie. Like absolutely from start to finish. And like.
Damn,
even the video y'all just did was just fucking so good, bro. You know, I show up every time. I know. This my nigga. I know these niggas. Even though Ulysses like, get back up. But no, I'm a fan first. That's why I started the show. That's why I do this. I'm a fan of your music. I'm a fan. That's why I got to pick your brain, bro.
Yes,
so we can't wait to have you back on the show. I'll have more questions and stuff. But this lets people know, like, damn, I got rock with this nigga INDKA because I fuck with Cube too. You
yes, sir.
All right, man. So we out of here. Bang bang. The league. We out of here, baby. We out. Go.